Let us pray. God, as we come to this special occasion, we pay tribute to that which has gone before and anticipate that which is to come. For Colonel Starr, our departing commander, we ask your blessing upon him, his wife Kim, and their family. They have touched our lives, and we are better because of it. Be with them as they proceed to new challenges and opportunities, and guide them as they have so wonderfully guided us. For our incoming commander, Colonel Benson, we ask your blessing upon him, his wife Ann, and their children, Andrew, Grace, Jacob, and Nathan. As Colonel Benson assumes command, grant him the wisdom of Solomon in the decisions he must make, the courage of David to face with giants, the strength of Samson to endure the daily grind, the patience of Job to deal with the ever-changing demands, and balance as he skillfully leads his wing. As we look to you now, O God, we ask your blessing upon these commanders, their families, and upon this ceremony. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Ladies, thank you. Voices of Dyess and Chaplain Joseph. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce our presiding officer, Major General Clark.
Good afternoon, Team Dyess, and it's always great to be back. It's only been about a month since I was here last, but I have to tell you that it's a real honor to be here today on this occasion. And your presence is hugely important and really signifies the great honor that we get to bestow on two the fine officers and their families as they change command from this stellar wing. We're particularly honored to have a few special guests with us. We have Mr. Benjamin Bailey and Ms. Bobby Hanson from Representative Nagelbauer's office. I want to give a shout out to all of our general officers, command chiefs, and commanders who made it in today, to include retired Lieutenant General Buchanan, Generals Glenn Van Herten Merriman, and New Tibbetts. Glad that you guys are here today. My command chief, Marty Anderson, is with us. And also want to give a special recognition to our 7th Bomb Wing Honorary Commander, Mr. Charlie Black. We appreciate all of you being here today. I want to thank the Bomber Airmen of the 7th Wing for being here this afternoon as well. And I appreciate the efforts that everyone who put this ceremony together went through to make sure that we had the special event that this deserves. We went the extra mile, and it's much appreciated. Most importantly, however, I want to welcome the families of Colonel Michael Bob Starr and Dave Benson who are with us today. Michael Bob's wife, Kim, and their sons, Matthew and Tyler. And we have Dave's family here, his wife, Ann, son, Andrew, Jacob, Nathan, and daughter, Grace, along with a whole host of other family members. We're glad to have the Army of the Benson family here today. So thank you for that. And it's really a great tribute to them that you traveled all this way to celebrate the culmination of a distinguished career for Michael Bob Starr, and really the next chapter of an already fantastic career for Dave Benson. You all formed a loving foundation for these two great leaders, and we're proud to have you with us on this historic day for the amazing 7th Bomb. I don't need to tell you what a pivotal role this wing plays, though, in our national security. The 7th is an incredible combat unit loaded with supremely talented and dedicated bomber airmen. A team with a clear sense of mission and purpose. A team that possesses a rich history and heritage, forged under fire, ready to provide global strike whenever called upon. The men and women of the 7th ensure America's leaders have the critical expertise necessary to carry out vital, kinetic strike missions in defense of our country. When tasked, the 7th Bomb Wing literally reaches across the globe to deliver the right weapons at the right time in the right place. Keeping a large, complex team of professional warfighters well-trained and well-prepared is an enormous task, and one that Colonel Starr has handled with exceptional skill. Colonel Starr, Michael Bob, job well done. You've proven yourself a highly capable commander, a bold leader, and a responsible steward. Under your leadership, the 7th Bomb Wing has soared. Your tenure was marked by substantial change and great progress. And you made the 7th Bomb Wing the go-to force for the nation's most critical taskings. Your calm, confidence, and clear vision has been flawless. You've truly been a strategic and innovative thinker, a team builder, and an inspirational leader. Team Dyess has become a workhorse of the CENTCOM AOR in support of operations Inherent Resolve and Enduring Freedom. Your warriors have executed well over 1,000 combat missions, employing over 2.5 million pounds of munitions while engaging over 1,700 targets against the Islamic State and Al-Qaeda forces. As we all know, this is no easy task. You can't just push a button to make this happen. It took a skilled and dedicated team of thousands of airmen here at Dyess and around the world. Your team executed mission after mission despite considerable constraints, personnel drawdowns, and wear and tear on your jets. I applaud you and your wing for this Herculean effort. As impressive as your accomplishments as commander have been, I know you've not done this alone. And as I like to say, when you see a turtle sitting on a fence post, you know he didn't get there by himself. Those are words from Fisher and Barry, my football coach. But to start, you have an incredible wingman partner on your side, and that's Kim. Kim, thank you for all you've done to look after the health and the well-being of the families of Dyess Air Force Base. We appreciate your efforts and the efforts of your family and the sacrifices And I understand how challenging this has been throughout all the deployments, the exercises, and taskings, but you've really made a lasting difference. Michael, Bob, and Kim, you treated this bomb wing, this base, this community, like an extension of your own family. As you know, families are key to our readiness, and without them, our status as the nation's premier fighting force becomes severely degraded. So thank you for making a difference, for executing the mission, for taking care of the airmen and their families, and for leaving Dyess better than you found it. Well done, my brother, my sister. Best of luck to you in your next endeavor. We wish you and your family clear skies, calm winds, and hopefully not too much bureaucratic logjam as you move to your next transition to the next chapter. Godspeed, my friends. But fear not, Team Dyess. Colonel Dave Benson is here. Dave, welcome to Dyess, or rather, welcome back. Congratulations. I remember Dave when he was a lieutenant here at Dyess in the initial fall course with the B-1. He was outstanding then, and he's still outstanding. How times have changed, though. As Michael Bob departs, sustaining and improving the 7th Bomb Wing's vital mission and preparing the next generation of bomber leaders and advocates falls on your shoulders. As we know, one constant in the military is that things are going to change. Today is a great example of that. The challenge to any great leader is to manage change while continuing to improve the mission despite the fiscal and geopolitical changes that we're going to face. Great leaders continue breaking down obstacles, and they block the pathway, or breaking down the obstacles that block the pathway to organizational and individual success. So Dave, you are the exact right leader with the right experience and the skills to continue to make the 7th Bomb Wing the best at what it does and an integral part of Air Force Global Strike Command. Throughout your career, you've proven that you're in the top echelon of Air Force officers, and Dyess hit a grand slam when you were announced as the next wing commander. Time and time again, you demonstrated extraordinary leadership from your early days as an instructor, pilot, and weapons officer to your command of the 325th Weapons Squadron to your most recent tour as the 509th Operations Group Commander, where your determination and resolve were evident in the pivotal role E2s played in world events. During your command, the men and women of the 509th Operations Group deployed around the globe from Guam to Diego Garcia to the United Kingdom on missions to deter aggression and reassure our allies that we are ready and we are here. Today, Dave, we present you with your next opportunity, leading the men and women of the 7th Bomb Wing. They deserve the best, and that's why we selected you. We chose you to execute the 8th Air Force mission to safeguard America's interests through strategic deterrence and global strike on demand. My vision, now your vision, is one integrated team, focused, highly disciplined, highly effective, continuously improving our people and our forces while strengthening our bomber culture and our global strike capabilities. My charge to you, Dave, is to continue to set the example, continue setting high standards, continue a command climate that relentlessly pursues mission improvement and people focus. There is nothing like command. It's only entrusted to a select few. And today, we entrust the command of the 7th Bomb Wing to you. I have the utmost faith, trust, and confidence in you. Ann, Andrew, Jacob, Nathan, Grace, welcome again to the 7th Bomb Wing. I want to thank you for your support up to this point, and thank you in advance for all that you have accepted with this command. Dave will continue to look to the 5 of you for the same love and support that has brought your family to this point. You're special people, and we're proud to have you as part of the 8th Air Force leadership team. And lastly, to the men and women of the 7th Bomb Wing, you also receive a charge today, and that is to give your loyalty and 100% of your effort to Colonel Benson and the mission of the 7th Bomb Wing, just as you've done for Colonel Starr. Never be satisfied with good enough, but continue to treat greatness because your work is never complete. So Dave, I leave you with these final words. Lead well, take care of your people, fight on.
Bomb Wing, Colonel Michael Lobstar.
Distinguished visitors, commanders, chiefs, community leaders, friends, guests, and especially the Airmen of the 7th Bomb Wing at Dyess Air Force Base. Welcome. Thank you for being here this morning. Ben, Bobby, it's great to have you here. Thanks for being here. Ambo, you made the front row. I think most people consider that a sign of the apocalypse. Great to see you here too. Chief Anderson, thanks for visiting us for the past few days. It's good to see you. Colonel Hodge, Amy, I have to remark on the number of AMC patches I see in the audience. Thank you for bringing out teamwork. Of course, this is a base where the patches don't matter, and it's easy to take that for granted, but it's noticeable when you're up on the stage. Thank you. I'm extraordinarily thankful that the path God chose for me included the opportunity to command the 7th Bomb Wing. But I'm even more thankful for the people He put in my life, both before and during this tour, to help ensure I conducted myself in a way that would reflect His influence. General Buchanan, I'm certain I would not be here if it were not for all the lessons you've taught me over all the years. You continue to teach me, and I appreciate it more than you know. I'm going to break from the script here. I wrote this, a couple days ago. Literally, General Buchanan's teaching me in the pre-reception how to face this moment, how to face the outgoing change of command, and how to face retirement. And I guess I knew he would do that. Joe Manhurt, Maryland, welcome back to Dyess. Joe Manhurt, it just seems like yesterday you and I were up on the stage together, but it's good to see you back. General Tibbetts, ranking member and president of the International Club of Slam 2 alumni. It's great to see you. Thanks for coming. General Clark, thank you for your kind words. I would argue that between you and General Rand, the leadership of the bomber community is certainly as strong, and arguably stronger than it's ever been before. And I appreciate both the direction and the example you've set for all of us. Colonel Miller and Chief Bennett, what an amazing duo. The two of you embody the virtues of commitment, loyalty, and trust. I hear talk about the so-called burdens of command, but with your counsel and support, command hasn't felt like a burden to me. Probably because you've shouldered so much of it yourselves, especially over the last few weeks. Thank you. To the Airmen of the 7th Bomb Wing, words can't fully capture how proud I am of you. Your commitment to the mission and to each other inspired me every minute of every day. As I stand before you now, I'm literally flooded with the memories of all your accomplishments over the last 21 months. What amazes me most isn't what you accomplished, but rather how you accomplished it. You are leading the way to an Air Force that is more agile and more inclusive than we've ever been before in our history. That being said, today is not about the past or even the present. It's about the future. And under the leadership of Colonel Benson, the future of Dyess Air Force Base is exceptionally bright. As I've gotten to know him over the last few weeks, it's been no surprise to discover what a strong leader he is. I've been more impressed, however, by the strength of his character. He's thoughtful, he's decisive, and there's no doubt he's the right guy at the right time to lead the 7th Bomb. Dave, Kim and I wish you and Ann much success and many blessings as you lead this wing and this base into the future. Speaking of Kim, I couldn't imagine doing this without you. More importantly, I couldn't imagine wanting to do this without you. Your infectious enthusiasm, energy, and passion you've shown for the airmen, families, and spouses of this base has brought joy like few have seen. And as widespread as that joy has been, it pales in comparison to the joy you bring my life. I love you. I feel profoundly fortunate to have commanded the 7th Bomb Wing. You've taught me much, you've impressed me more, and you've left an imprint on me and Kim that time and distance will never erase. Thank you.
7th Bomb Wing thank you for your leadership, support, and dedication. We wish you and your family good luck and Godspeed in the future. Mrs. Starr, the men and women of the 7th Bomb Wing greatly appreciate your sacrifice, commitment, and support to the base, our families, and the surrounding communities. Please accept these flowers on behalf of the men and women of the 7th Bomb Wing. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the change of command.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Special order number GL-2288 by direction of the Department of the Air Force, Headquarters 8th Air Force, Barksdale Air Force Base, Louisiana. Colonel David M. Benson assumes command of the 7th Bomb Wing, Vice Colonel Michael Bob Starr, effective 29 October 2015. Signed, Richard M. Clark, Major General, United States Air Force, Commander, 8th Air Force, Air Forces Strategic.
Sir, relinquish command.
Sir, I assume command. Yes, sir.
Officers, center.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Benson will now inspect the wing formation.
Sir, the wing is ready for inspection.
Give the wing parade rest.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the 7th Bomb Wing Commander, Colonel David M. Benson.
Wow. Thanks everybody for being here this afternoon. I first want to thank God for all the blessings in my life. This is an incredible honor. I especially want to thank Him for the blessings in the front row today. Thanks for being part of this. I also want to thank Him for this beautiful day and the sound of freedom this morning of eight afterburners waking us up early in the morning. I'm looking forward to that. And Haji, I'm looking forward to hearing the 4 fans of freedom as well in my tour here at Dyess. General Clark, thank you for your confidence and support and the honor of being back here at Dyess and to serve the outstanding airmen of the 7th Bomb Wing, as well as our operational partners in the 317th and the 49th as we execute our missions worldwide. I'd also like to give special thanks to some of our civic leaders that are here, Mr. Bailey, Ms. Hanson, Mr. Black. I will tell you the relationship between Dyess and the community is legendary throughout the Air Force. It's a privilege to be a part of it, and I absolutely look forward to forging that and making it stronger during my time here. And I look forward to working with each and every one of you to make this community the best it can be. Thanks to our distinguished military visitors, General Buchanan, General and Mrs. Van Herk, welcome back. It's good to have you here. Chief Anderson, it's great to have you here. It's great to have a leader like you leading us in 8th Air Force and our enlisted crew. General Tibbetts, thanks for being here and thanks for your leadership. Colonel Brooks, Colonel Newman, Colonel Francis, thanks as well, and thanks for all the spouses and the other group commanders, first sergeants and chiefs, and the rest of the airmen of 7th Bomb Wing. Thanks for being here. I want to give a quick thanks and shout out to those that made this event possible. Chief Bennett, you're outstanding. Thanks for putting this on. Major Shedden, thank you for being here and being our voice today. The voice of Dyess. What an amazing rendition of the national anthem. I look forward to hearing that for years to come. Thanks to our honor guard, Chaplain Dixon, the 7th Bomb Wing Airmen who helped participate and put this together, and a special thanks to Miss Biddle and her team over in Protocol for putting this together. It's an outstanding day and an outstanding event. Thank you for doing that. I want to give a special thanks to my family. If you were out here beforehand, you heard, we've got a lineage of serving. My Uncle Dana served in the Army. My mother and stepfather, retired Senior Master Sergeant of 27 years, who also both served in the Air Force Band. I have no talent, so the voice of Dyess, don't ask. To my dad, who served as a major after 20 years, and to my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, who put 30 years in, is retired as an 06, and I am honored to wear his Eagles today. Thank you for all your love and support over the years. To my kids, thank you for all your love and support, even though half the time I have to buy it by taking away your iPhone or your iPad. I appreciate that. I also want to thank my beautiful wife, Annie. So I got a little saying that Jesus had Peter, and I have Ann. And though it may be blasphemous, and Chaplain Dixon, you can forgive me later, I think I got the better end of the deal. Thank you for all you do for us. You know, it's amazing what character you show, and what it brings out when you're told 2.5 weeks out, you need to uproot your family and move here and take wing command of a base. You're absolutely amazing. You're the angel of my life. Thank you for this. Finally, to the amazing airmen and families of the 7th Bomb Wing, the 317th Airlift Group, and the 49th Bomb Group, the workers and families of our partners in AFES, Hunt, Balfour, Beatty, and the other corporate partners we have here on base, to our national and local civic leaders, and our big country family whose hard work built this base back in the 1950s and whose outstanding efforts continue to make us stronger every day. First, I want to thank you on behalf of my family for the incredible welcome and for opening up your hearts and homes to the Benson family. It has been phenomenal. Second, as I noticed the other night at the Global Strike Command Challenge, as you took home several major Global Strike awards, this is already an incredible team. A team of professional warriors and leaders ready to bring power where it's needed 24/7. But in the ever-changing world, we can't rest on our laurels, and we must continue to work together as a community and as an organization to build leaders and be leaders in our homes, in our units, in our community, in 8th Air Force and Global Strike Command, and around the world. This is the incredible heritage of the 7th Bomb Wing. This is the incredible heritage of Team Dyess. Thank you again. The Bensons are very proud to be a part of this team, very proud to be a part of that heritage, and very excited to serve each and every one of you as we carry this heritage forward. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the B1 just outside the hangar doors. Staff Sergeant Nathan Tomlin will now rename the 7th Bomb Wing flagship. Colonel David M. Colonel and Mrs. Benson, we extend a warm West Texas welcome to you. Mrs. Benson, please accept these flowers on behalf of the men and women of the 7th Bomb Wing. Ladies and gentlemen, the men and women of the 7th Bomb Wing are proud to have served with Colonel Michael Bob Starr and wish him and his family the best of luck in their future endeavors. We are honored to have Colonel David Benson and his family as he assumes his new position as commander of the 7th Bomb Wing. We invite everyone to attend the reception immediately following the ceremony here in the hangar to congratulate Colonel and Mrs. Benson. Please stand for the singing of the Air Force song and remain standing for the departure of the official party and their families.
Group commanders, take charge of your groups.